Hello! So last Friday, we went to Philly and we did 4 shows and it was absolute insanity, but it was honestly one of the best days that I had in so long. Life has just been a little bit difficult for me recently, personally, between a lot of school stuff and some stuff at home and some personal stuff going on. So honestly, I was a little bit nervous about going to Philly because I was nervous, but not too ecstatic and excited about going because I didn't know how it was going to go, if I was going to be really tired, and I just knew that it was going to be a really long day. But I woke up on that Friday morning and I was just raring to go, and I felt like I was surrounded by a bunch of people who were very supportive and also wanted to be there, and I feel like that fueled me so much. And I just got a real burst of energy, and it ended up being the best day that I had in a while. I just felt like I connected with everyone in DanceMax in a different way, and I feel like it's one of the a time where I just felt comfortable and at ease and at home within this group of people and in doing what I did. And I feel like that's relates a lot to how my character grew, and also how I grew. I felt like I was just very confident throughout the day and felt like I could be myself and laugh around everyone, as well as I felt like when I played Dr. Volt, I really felt confidence in embodying the idea of a scientist. When I would go out and I would ramble about all of these facts and electrons, the lights flicker when electrons are being sent places too fast and they can't keep up, so the lights flicker, and efforts to make it work. All this science information that normally I feel like just comes from my memory, because I told it to come from there, it just kind of became a part of me, and I felt so much more lightness and comfort with the information. So I felt like I really took on the role as a scientist of someone who's able to be calm and logical and think through the steps in order to get to your final place. And I feel like that confidence really helps develop Dr. Volt as this more mature, or maybe even just intelligent and controlled and informational character that's very important to the show. And I just felt like I developed because I grew so much more confident in myself and what I was capable of, and in my friendships with other people, which felt really good. Honestly, the kids were a breath of fresh air. I loved each and every one of those kids so much. They were so smart and had so much to offer. Your students at FS Emmons, they were so talented with their dancing, and I was so happy that they wanted to share it with us. And what I learned was that 5th graders dance better than I. That is what I learned from this experience, because they were doing moves that I'm not sure that I could do if I practiced for 10 years, but I want them to teach me, because they were so good. And the kids at the 3rd school, especially, the questions that they were answering, how they were really thinking about it, it just made me feel good, and that these kids were thinking about the show in a way that was relevant to them. The electrons running through their phone. How did this person change so fast? And the one girl actually came up to me and said, I was tracking you throughout the entire show. I saw that you were Dr. Volt and you were the electron. And I felt like I had a little fan, and it felt so good to feel that way. And to have someone that was like tracking and understands these things and is starting to understand the ins and outs of theater and dance, and how we function. And it just shows that they're thinking on such a higher level and being able to multitask and follow all of these different things at once. And it shows their imagination and their creativity working in different ways and evaluating and analyzing how other things work, which I think is so special at their age, to be able to focus on many things at once, and succeed at it too. So these kids really just amazed me, and they gave me a breath of fresh air. I'm not sure what it was, but these kids just made me feel so good when I was doing this show. And I would give anything to perform this show for kids like them again. And yeah, that was pretty much my Philly day.